What's going on, guys? Just want to do a quick video with you. I'm going to be covering the Blue Hustle presentation via Zoom. Okay, a couple etiquette techniques whenever you're getting started. Make sure the lighting's okay. Always have a coat. I mean, it doesn't matter what you're wearing under, even if you're wearing shorts, just make sure you wear a coat because it adds that extra presentable feature, okay? So I'm going to do not the whole hustle, but more of the structure and before what you do, okay? So whenever you get started, get to know them a little bit. Always ask them, number one, where they're located, ask them about their family, how many kids. You want to get into their background and then get into their occupation. And not just what they're currently doing, but what they've done before that, what they've done before that. The reason is, why have they jumped from position to position? Maybe they've tried different fields. You just want to make sure you get as much info gathering as possible before you go into the actual presentation, okay? Once you do that, go ahead and share your screen. So have your presentation already set up. So when you share your screen, it just comes out, okay? The first thing that we cover here is the company, who we are, when did we get started, 2009, 66 agents to currently right now. And then we cover supply and demand. We show them a little bit of this, why we've been able to explode, the average age of the agent, and then we jump over to the products and services side. When we go through here, okay, and this is where I want you guys to ask them, hey, which one of these are you familiar with? That's really going to get you an insight of what kind of a market that you're dealing with. If they say, oh, I have a 401k, I have an old 401k, hey, potentially a client. Or I've heard of a Roth IRA, maybe they're a little more savvy when it comes to investments, okay? And the next thing, you jump into the different companies here. So this is very important. The reason being is this really adds the credibility. And before you move on, you say, hey, which one of these companies have you seen before? Okay. And then you go into the actual compensation side. And then the transition here is you say, hey, let me show you our compensation when it comes to life insurance. And then I'll show you more on the retirement side next. Okay. So you go over the 3 different types of insurances. Okay. And in between each of them, you want to say awesome. You want to say great. You want to say, does that make sense? Once you get to the RLP section here and you cover the specifically, you cover the how much money, when you say how much they're earning for this ROP here, you say, how long does it take that person, or how long does it take the average person to make $900 their job? Let them answer and say, hey, how long have we been talking here for? Traditionally, it's anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. Great. Our agents make this in anywhere between 1 to 2 hours. Then you finish off with the IUL, obviously, show them the compensation associated with that and say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Potential Business Partner, how much different would your life be if you're making an extra $2,000 a month? It's a great closing question. Then for the transition you do, let me show you the different positions we have available. You cover the producer, you cover the marketing director, and then you allow them to choose. Hey, Mr. Business Partner, Mrs. Business Partner, which one of these is more attractive to you? Doesn't matter what they say, you say, great, we need more of those, okay? Once you cover that side, you go, if they say, for example, personal producer, you say, great, I started there as well, and then I moved on to marketing director. If you're still a personal producer, you're not a marketing director yet, but like, great, we need more of those, okay? And then I do the McDonald's example as far as systems. You can find a Big Mac here in California, New York, Florida, or Royale with cheese out in France. The reason for their growth is because they have a system in place, okay? Similar to us. So you cover our system. Classroom training here. Classroom training, Tuesdays and Saturdays. Does that work with your current schedule? Field training, you're gonna be going out in the field with the professional. We're gonna be walking you through the process as far as helping out a client, okay? And the licensing, gotta make sure you're certified, okay? Now, this is the very important part, okay? Is you say, just based on this information, is this even something that you see yourself doing? If they say yes, go great. On a scale from 1 to 10, where do you see yourself doing this with us? They say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever, okay? Then the next closing questions are these. If we were to give you a shot to work with us, what can you bring to our organization? What can you bring to the table? And you just zip it and don't say anything. They're gonna try selling themselves and then say, okay, what else? What else? You want to almost put them in an uncomfortable position. Once you do that, you cover the free future now. What does that mean? Let me show you really quickly. I'll illustrate it for you. So free. You do not type this, it's just for your guys' notes. So free. When you ask them, is there any reason why we couldn't get started today? No, awesome, I love it, great, perfect. Now future, you are gonna have to get licensed depending on your state, okay? Within the next couple of weeks. That's not today, that's not tomorrow, but that's gonna run you into, here in California, anywhere between $200 to $300 just for your licenses, okay? Do you have an issue with that? No, okay, great. Now, what I need for you today is for us to get you into our system. It's gonna be $199. Can we go ahead and get that done today? That's it, guys. That's the simple, the blue hustle that we're using right now. Hopefully this aids you. I recommend watching the Rodolfo video for the examples as far as the licensing. I'm sorry, as for the different insurances. When it comes to licensing, he does more of the inside of the presentation. But hopefully this helps you guys out. And let me know your thoughts.